Love doesn't confuse us by accident. It follows patterns written deep inside the human mind. What if the way women love, attach, forgive, and let go isn't mystery, but psychology? In this video, you'll explore how emotions form, why attachment feels powerful, and how human behavior silently shapes love. Stay until the end, because awareness changes everything. Women often feel emotional connection before logical certainty appears. The human mind bonds through emotional safety more than physical attraction. Love feels stronger when someone feels understood rather than impressed. Emotional attachment grows faster when vulnerability is met with patience. People often fall in love with how someone makes them feel about themselves. The brain connects love with familiarity, even when familiarity is imperfect. Women tend to value emotional consistency more than emotional intensity over time. Love deepens when communication feels safe instead of defensive. The mind associates love with emotional presence, not constant attention. People feel closer when emotions are acknowledged rather than corrected. Emotional trust forms when actions align with words repeatedly. Love feels secure when both people feel emotionally respected. Women often sense emotional shifts before they are spoken aloud. The brain remembers emotional moments longer than logical conversations. Love grows when emotional effort feels mutual. People stay emotionally attached when they feel valued, not controlled.
The mind bonds through shared emotional experiences more than shared opinions. Emotional closeness increases when listening is genuine. Love becomes fragile when appreciation turns into expectation. Women often express emotional needs indirectly when they feel unheard. The brain releases calming chemicals when emotional trust is present. Love thrives in environments where vulnerability is protected. People feel emotionally connected when they feel chosen consistently. The mind associates love with emotional reliability. Love feels lighter when honesty replaces fear. Women often prioritize emotional understanding over constant reassurance. The brain seeks emotional balance to feel secure in relationships. Love deepens when both people grow emotionally together. People miss emotional connection more than physical presence. The mind attaches through patterns of care and consistency. Love becomes stressful when emotional needs are ignored. Women often sense emotional disconnection before it becomes visible.
The brain bonds through empathy more than attraction alone. Love strengthens when boundaries are respected. People feel safe when their emotions are validated. The mind protects attachment by seeking emotional reassurance. Love fades when emotional neglect becomes routine. Women often value emotional depth over surface romance. The brain associates love with emotional peace over time. Love feels secure when communication remains open. People feel closer when effort is consistent. The mind seeks emotional familiarity to feel safe. Love matures when emotional awareness increases. Women often invest emotionally when they feel emotionally seen. The brain bonds through shared vulnerability. Love survives challenges when respect remains intact. People feel emotionally fulfilled when appreciation is expressed. The mind associates love with emotional safety. True connection feels calm, not chaotic.
Love often feels strongest when emotional effort is balanced. Women tend to feel emotionally closer when communication feels sincere. The mind bonds more deeply when emotional needs are met consistently. Love becomes unstable when emotional reassurance disappears. People feel connected when they feel emotionally understood. The brain attaches through patterns of emotional care. Women often value emotional honesty over emotional perfection. Love feels heavier when one person carries all the emotional weight. The mind associates love with emotional availability. People feel safe when their emotions are respected. Love grows when emotional expression is encouraged. Women often notice emotional distance before physical distance appears. The brain bonds through emotional familiarity. Love weakens when appreciation is no longer expressed. People feel closer when listening is attentive. The mind protects attachment by seeking emotional clarity. Love matures when emotional communication improves. Women often connect deeply through shared emotional experiences. The brain releases comfort when trust is reinforced. Love feels secure when emotional expectations are clear. People feel emotionally connected when effort feels mutual. The mind associates love with emotional predictability. Love strengthens when vulnerability is met with understanding. Women often prioritize emotional safety in long-term relationships. The brain forms attachment through repeated emotional reassurance. Love becomes fragile when emotional needs are dismissed. People feel valued when their emotions are acknowledged. The mind bonds through emotional consistency. Love deepens when both partners feel emotionally equal. Women often prioritize emotional presence over constant attention. The brain connects love with emotional calm. Love struggles when emotional trust is broken. People feel closer when emotional support is reliable. The mind seeks emotional harmony in relationships. Love grows when emotional boundaries are respected. Women often express love through emotional care. The brain bonds more deeply through empathy. Love feels fulfilling when emotional needs are met naturally. People feel emotionally secure when communication is open. The mind associates love with emotional balance. Love strengthens when appreciation is shown consistently. Women often sense emotional shifts intuitively. The brain reinforces attachment through emotional safety.
Love lasts longer when emotional understanding is mutual. People feel connected when emotions are shared honestly. The mind protects attachment by maintaining emotional trust. Love deepens through shared emotional growth. Women often value emotional depth over intensity. True connection grows through emotional respect.
Love often feels meaningful when emotional effort is freely given, not expected. Women tend to form deeper attachment when emotional consistency is present. The human mind connects love with emotional reassurance over time. Love weakens when emotional needs are ignored repeatedly. People feel emotionally secure when their feelings are taken seriously. The brain bonds more deeply through emotional understanding than attraction alone. Women often value emotional reliability more than emotional excitement. Love feels lighter when communication is honest and calm. The mind associates love with emotional stability. People feel closer when their emotions are respected without judgment. Love deepens when both people feel emotionally safe to be themselves. Women often sense emotional imbalance before it becomes visible. The brain forms attachment through repeated emotional presence. Love struggles when emotional distance replaces connection. People feel valued when emotional effort is acknowledged. The mind seeks emotional clarity to maintain attachment. Love becomes stressful when emotional reassurance disappears. Women often prioritize emotional harmony in relationships. The brain bonds through emotional care and empathy. Love feels secure when emotional boundaries are respected. People feel emotionally connected when they feel heard completely. The mind associates love with emotional peace rather than intensity. Love fades when emotional neglect becomes normal. Women often express love through emotional support. The brain reinforces attachment through emotional trust. Love grows when emotional communication stays open. People feel safe when emotions are accepted as valid. The mind protects love by seeking emotional balance. Love matures when emotional awareness increases. Women often invest emotionally when they feel emotionally understood. The brain bonds through shared emotional experiences. Love survives challenges when emotional respect remains intact. People feel fulfilled when emotional needs are met consistently. The mind connects love with emotional reliability. Love strengthens when vulnerability is protected. Women often value emotional depth over surface romance. The brain associates love with emotional calm. Love lasts longer when emotional effort is mutual. People feel connected when emotions are shared honestly. The mind seeks emotional safety in lasting relationships. Love deepens when both people grow emotionally. Women often sense emotional shifts intuitively. The brain reinforces bonds through emotional reassurance. Love feels meaningful when emotional presence is consistent. People feel emotionally secure when trust is stable. The mind associates love with emotional warmth. Love thrives when emotional appreciation is shown. Women often seek emotional understanding over validation. True connection feels peaceful, steady, and emotionally safe.
Love often feels strongest when emotional presence is consistent, not dramatic. Women tend to feel emotionally connected when they sense genuine care behind actions. The human mind bonds more deeply through emotional reliability than physical attraction. Love becomes unstable when emotional reassurance turns unpredictable. People feel emotionally safe when their feelings are taken seriously. The brain forms attachment through repeated emotional warmth. Women often value emotional honesty more than emotional perfection. Love grows when emotional communication stays open and calm. The mind associates love with emotional security over time. People feel closer when emotional effort feels natural. Love weakens when emotional needs are repeatedly postponed. Women often sense emotional shifts before they are spoken. The brain bonds through emotional empathy and understanding. Love feels lighter when emotional pressure disappears. People feel valued when emotional appreciation is expressed clearly. The mind protects attachment by seeking emotional clarity. Love matures when emotional awareness increases. Women often invest emotionally when they feel emotionally seen. The brain releases comfort when emotional trust is reinforced. Love feels secure when emotional boundaries are respected. People feel emotionally connected when they feel understood without explanation. The mind associates love with emotional peace rather than excitement. Love fades when emotional neglect becomes routine. Women often express love through emotional care and attention. The brain strengthens bonds through emotional reassurance. Love grows when emotional consistency replaces uncertainty. People feel safe when their emotions are accepted without judgment. The mind seeks emotional balance to maintain connection. Love survives challenges when emotional respect remains intact. Women often value emotional depth over a surface romance. The brain bonds more deeply through shared emotional experiences. True connection feels peaceful, stable, and emotionally safe. Love is not controlled by luck, destiny, or coincidence. It is shaped quietly by psychology, emotional patterns, and human behavior. When you understand how attachment forms, why emotions shift, and how the mind protects connection, you stop blaming yourself and start seeing love clearly. Awareness doesn't make love weaker, it makes it healthier. If this video helped you understand people, relationships, or yourself a little better, remember, emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful skills you can develop in life. Thank you for watching until the end.